Welcome back to page 121. It's here, finally! Traveler Adventure Class ships. I was really excited when I saw this on the release previews, and it did not disappoint. This came out, as of the making of this video, this came out about 4 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, and I'm going to take a look inside. I spent a fun weekend reading this guy. Author is Matthew Sprange. And then we got a nice little introduction of what the Adventure Class ships are. Basically, Adventure Class ships are ones that the players would be likely to encounter or to actually be piloting. So to be a part of the crew or to be the crew would be the Adventure Class ships. This kind of hails back as a spiritual successor to the old Adventure Class ships from FASA. I took a look at those on the channel about 2 years ago. I can throw a link in the bottom to bring you to the first one. But basically, the introduction just tells us what Adventure Class ships are. Ships in the Traveler. How do you get these new ships? During mustering out? After mustering out? How in the heck do we get our hands on these ships? Well, you learn here. Some pretty nice simple rules on how to swap out some ships for other ships. Ships from the main core rules for ships within this package. And now we get the types of ships. So here's Exploration. The Stealth Scout. 100 tons of fun. Nice top-down deck plans. The Extended Scout. Again, a top-down deck plan. The Frontiersman. I like the look of that. The Far Scout. This guy's got a jump 4. The Medical Scout. I thought of several adventure hooks when I saw the Adventure Scout. I'm sorry, the Medical Scout. I thought right away of a couple of games you could do where you're helping a medical scout get to some tragedy, or you end up finding yourselves having to pilot it for some reason. The Far Reach Survey Scout. The Broadsword Exploration Cruiser. This is 800 tons of fun, and there she is, the classic broadsword. I always love the broadsword. It's not just a mercenary cruiser anymore. Then we get to merchant shipping. This is where most travelers are going to find their place. Here we have an armed merchant, or an armed trader. 200 tons with double turret for beam lasers and a double turret missile rack sandcasters. So there you go. You're ready to take on the world. Or at least you're part of it. The Free Smuggler. The Far Trader. This is all this book is, just all these fun ships. So if you've been hungry for new ships in Mongoose Traveler 2nd Edition, this book will definitely take care of that. These are some beautiful ships. I love the renders. Just really nice. Nice and clean. Nice deck plans. The Antique Trader I really enjoyed, a tech level 8 trader. You could do a couple fun games with that. The Fast Smuggler. That one just kind of writes itself. The Extended Merchant, like a stretch limo in space. The Long Trader, another jump 4. The Standard Merchant. The Armored Merchant. The Armored Packet. This guy's kind of neat. And we get multi-layers. I like that too. The Provincial Merchant. Provincial Transport. You need to take people somewhere, take them in this. Mercenary Vessel. I like that. I like there's a mercenary vessel thrown in here. A large freighter, because let's face it, a lot of adventurers are going to be going around a freighter. This is a 2,000-ton freighter with, again, the really nice deck plans. Passenger shipping. Why not? The Fast Luxury Transport. 100 tons of personal luxury. The Large Liner. I like this guy. There have been several large liners in Traveler since the beginning, and I did a game years ago where I put a Predator aboard one of these things, and when the ship went into jump, the Predator started hunting all the captains of industry that were aboard, and the player characters found themselves on the hunt list once they intervened and saved one of the captains of industry. That was a lot of fun, prowling around the lower levels of the ship. The Longliner. The merchant liner. I like that one. You just transport people. The passenger cruiser. The Starfaring Hotel. You want to hold your conference? You're going to be in jump for a week. You may as well get some productive work done. Instead of the ship taking you to your destination, the ship is your destination. You just do your work aboard the ship and jump to your new location, or just jump in place. You don't have to leave the system, just as long as you're in jump for a closed conference. The luxury Starliner, again, one that would lend itself to the Predator scenario I talked about a little while ago. That was a fun game. Working ships. The Empress Express Packet. The Jump Cutter. Long Range Courier. When the X-boats just aren't enough. The Hospice Boat. Again, another hospital situation. The Prison Ferry, again, writes itself. You are aboard the prison ferry as prisoners, or you are trying to stop the prison ferry and get somebody off. The Prospector, because why not? Customs Patrol Cutter. The Repair Ship. I like this one. You are damaged or out in deep space, not near anything, can't go anywhere under your locomotion. You can call the local repair ship. They'll come out for a cost. Good way if your players have become a little too flush with cash to have the cash parted from them. A salvage hauler. I like this one too. It just goes out and strips down the ships. And now we get some military ships. The Strike Scout. The Light Reconnaissance Ship. I like the look of that ship. The Pirate Carrier. So you're tired of things being able to outrun you, you just carry a couple of fighters aboard your ship. The Assault Gunship. Missile Corvette. Always fun. The Ambush Frigate. The Commerce Raider. Yeah, that would be perfect. Mercenary Carrier. For that mercenary campaign you've been wanting to do. Travelers be like custom-made ships. These are ships that some travelers might come up with once they get flush with cash. The Executive Yacht. A Warrant Ship. It's the Huntress. The Custom Safari Ship. You want to go on that big game hunt, that's your ship. The Private Yacht. Why not? Private yachts. The Blockade Runner. Thought of several scenarios that this ship could be used for. The Touring Ship. Just take people around to see beautiful nebula gases or something else. The Pleasure Ship. Just the Lady Luck. Off you go. You're going to gamble in space for the week you're in jump. Why not? Starborn Wanderer Traveler Cruiser. That's a mouthful. Now we get some chips for other than human races. We got the Aslan Combat Scout. This stays in line with some of the fastest stuff too. The Hunting Ship. The Raider. Now we go to the Sword Worlds. Here's some humans with maybe a lower tech base, but a lot more of a chip on their shoulder. The Personal Yacht. The Patroller. The Bombardier. I like this guy too. It doesn't stand up and fight so much as just try to drop bombs on you. The Vargear. What are the Vargears doing? Why, they have a stealth runner. That'd be a good ship to have to deal with if you're on an active duty military campaign. The Fast Trader. Vargear Fast Trader. The Armed Junker. The Reaver. And now we got one of my favorite things in any book, the index. And then we come to the back page. So this guy runs 162 pages. As you can see, not a ton of text. Most of it is the ships. But since the name of the offering is the Adventure Class Ships, why not? Why shouldn't it be all ships all the time? I love these books. These are one of the things that got me into Traveler, was the starships, and have kept me here. I get the same feeling for a Traveler ship of books as I do for a monster manual in D&D or some kind of monster compilation in Gamma World. It's just exciting. It's fun. It brings me to what I want to play in the game. This is what I'm here for. I'm not saying these are monsters, but let's face it, a lot of these can be used as encounters for any number of things you're doing. So if you're playing an active duty campaign and you're in some type of frontier cruiser or something, you can encounter a frontiersman. Maybe they need your help. Maybe they're trying to evade you. Not every far scout has to be Imperial. There could be Sword Worlds. Maybe they've got a far scout that's trying to get into Imperial space and take a look at some stuff that we don't want them to see. All kinds of different things you can do to make this campaign just a ton of fun, or to make your campaign a ton of fun. And this book just opens up so many possibilities. I really enjoyed it. I didn't mind that there is not much actual writing in here. You get the introduction, ships and the traveler, and that's it. We start right into the ships. That's okay. That's High Guard is for the other stuff. I wanted this for the ships, and the ships is what I got. So I'm very pleased. This is one of my favorite books from Mongoose in a while. And that's saying a lot because I almost always like Mongoose's stuff. But that's all I've got to say today on page 121. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, please leave them below. Like the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Also, take a look at Patreon. But that's it. That's all I've got to say today on page 121. Enjoy yourselves and have a good day. Bye.